Hi there, I'm Simon Thomas and you are watching Talk Norwich City.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for another video. Today I'm going to be doing a loan watch. It's the first episode of this series. Let me know in the comments at the end if you want to see more of these, but basically I'm going to be taking you through all of the loan deals and how them players are getting on at their respective clubs. So let's get straight into it. So the first player I'm going to be talking about is Carlton Morris. He is currently at Hamilton, of course, Alex Neil's old club. I was surprised to see not more players go there, actually. But I'm going to be talking about the last week's fixtures and how they got on in that. So Carlton Morris is probably performing the best at his loan club than anyone else. He's had 8 appearances for Hamilton. He scored a couple of goals there. He played against Celtic, actually started against Celtic at the weekend, but unfortunately they lost 2-1. But Carlton Morris is a player who I feel if he carries on this kind of progression, impresses for Hamilton, maybe goes out on another loan deal next year, he might be ready to start playing for Norwich City. I think he's a good player. He's very big, he's strong, he's got a good finish on him. A lot of people have compared him a bit like Grant Holt, but a slightly more athletic Grant Holt. Very physical, holds up the ball well, and yeah, just a really decent player. So hopefully that progression keeps coming on nicely. Josh Murphy, of course, a player we all know very well, has already played quite a lot of first-team football. He's currently at MK Dons. He played the majority of the game. They drew 1-1, which meant they now climb out of the Championship relegation zone. Michael Turner, who I don't think really has a future at Norwich City. He played the full 90 to help Sheffield Wednesday win 3-1 against Preston at the weekend. So it's good to see Michael Turner get some game time under his belt. But I sadly think that Michael Turner no longer has a future at Norwich City. I don't think he's good enough anymore. Surprised not to that we didn't sell him. He's probably found his level now at the Championship. Jacob Murphy, he started for Coventry. I think he's slightly worse than his brother, although there's not much difference. They're playing at a similar level on loans. They're both doing quite well. They won 3-0. They're now in the playoffs, Coventry, so he's doing well there. It's good to see that all of our players are at decent teams. You don't want players going out to teams that are really struggling, although that might be great for experience. It's good to see them at successful teams and also performing well for them. Louis Thompson, a player who I really did want to see stay at the club. I thought he had a magnificent pre-season, and then he was left in the under-21 squad when we went to Austria for some reason. He played for Swindon, and they lost to Blackpool. That must be like their first win in like 4 years. Like, ridiculous that Swindon lost to them. But I think Louis Thompson's a really decent player, and I think he does have a future at Norwich City. From what I saw of him in pre-season, I was really, really impressed with him. He sort of slows the game down to his tempo. He sort of orchestrates the game really nicely. And for a player that young, I think that's very impressive. We've obviously seen something in him to pick him up of how young he is. And I think Louis Thompson does have a future. Finally, Jamar Moser, he played and lost for Stevenage. That's a 1-month emergency loan deal, so just a bit of game time and a bit of match fitness for Moser. He's probably one of the under-21 standout players. He's quick. I'm not sure if he really suits the Premier League, if he ever did make the step up. I don't think he's big enough, I don't think he's strong enough. I think he's more of like a League One Championship player, very quick, decent finish, and suits on the under-21 level. He scored so many goals on the under-21 level, but it's always tough to make that step up. And of course, then we've got Tony Andreu, who played for Rotherham. He's doing well for them. And I think Vadis Adidrofo is actually going to be recalled. Vadis is definitely a first-team player. Well, I wouldn't say first-team player, but he's definitely a player who should be in and around that first team. We paid something like $4.5 million for him. We paid a lot of money for him. He needs to be playing for us, really. He's just been plagued with injuries. So that loan deal to Rotherham was a good one, just to get a bit of match fitness under his belt that he really did need. Tony Andreu, not convinced. I think he's probably a Championship player, doing well at Rotherham. That was sort of a strange signing when we got him. I think we paid like £1 million for him. I think it was to maybe settle Alex Neil down a bit, bring some familiar faces in. But, it wasn't a bad signing. We didn't spend too much money on him. And he looked kind of decent in the games he played for us last season. So that is my loan watch. It's good to see our players, progressing onwards at different clubs. It's always good to see. There's nothing worse than a loan deal that just doesn't work. Currently, that's happening with Andre Wisdom at Norwich City. But, things happen. Let me know if you want to see any more of these loan watches in the future. Do you want to keep up to date with our loanees, or do you not care one bit. On a quick side note as well, thank you so much for your support on the recent videos. The ones that I made against Leicester got a ton of views and a ton of interactions. Really do appreciate the support. It takes me a lot of time, so if you enjoy it, that means the world to me. So thank you as always, and I'll see you later. Peace out.